Tag, the movie. I didn't go see it when it was in theaters because I thought the premise behind it was just absolutely ridiculous. I thought, really? And I get a text today from my best friend, and he says, dude, you have to see Tag. And I was like, I really don't want to see Tag. And he says, no, it's now available for digital streaming and downloading. He's like, you have to check it out. So I said, okay, I'll check it out. And I remember hearing about Jeremy Renner, and that he broke his arms when he was filming, and that they had to do CGI on some of his arms in certain scenes because his arms weren't healing fast enough to get the movie made on time. And so, you know, I was like, oh, Tag, this just doesn't, I don't know, this doesn't sound like something I want to see. But I started to watch it, and right off the bat, this movie was so much fun, okay? You have to just have a suspension of disbelief and just go with it. And so these characters have been playing this game of tag for their entire lives. And it's funny because in the credits in the beginning it says loosely based on a true story. And anyway, the soundtrack was amazing, okay, because it takes place, like, they jump around in time, so they have a little bit. So right off the bat, you know, the Beastie Boys starts kicking in when they go to tag the first person. And so if a movie's got the Beastie Boys in it, I'm always in, like 100%, because the Beastie Boys just, they kill it every time when any of their songs are being played in movies. And so I was like, okay, this is great. And then I was completely surprised that Brian Dennehy was in the film. He had, it's not going to spoil anything, but he had a small part. And if you're not familiar with Brian Dennehy's work, he's absolutely amazing in everything he does. And I haven't seen him in a long time in anything. And all of a sudden, there's Brian Dennehy in Tag. And I'm like, this is crazy. So it's really funny all the way through. John Hamm is in the movie, and I really like seeing him do these kind of funny movies. I know he even had a little bit of a comical type character in Baby Driver, like psycho nut, like funny character, but bad guy. But there were scenes in that movie where you laugh. Well, this, like, John Hamm really, like, just takes it to a whole new level. So it was really good to see him. Lots of little people peppered throughout. Little Ray Howery, who was in the movie Get Out, who played the guy who was the TSA guy. He had a small part in the film. Look, Ed Helms, I love him. I never, people are going to go nuts in the comment section, but I've never seen The Office, okay? I just never got around to it, not the British version or not the American version, and it's just something I never got around to see. So my first real experience with Ed Helms was in the first Hangover film, and I loved him ever since. I had the pleasure of working on We're the Millers, a few years ago. I was working on that film, and Ed Helms was in that, and it was really cool. That was a great cast and great crew, and one of my favorite movies that I've ever worked on. And but that'll be for another thing. But anyway, Ed Helms was just amazing in this movie, just had so much fun. But I have to say, hands down, Jeremy Renner stole this movie. Jeremy Renner stole this film. Every single scene was hysterical. They did a lot of really cool camera stuff with slow motion and in the tagging sequences and stuff like that. I'm not giving anything away. So it was a pleasant surprise. I laughed a lot, and I laughed what I would consider like the really loud, deep belly laughs, you know, where you just, you know, you're tearing up and everything. Had a lot of the same kind of humor in The Hangover. And so it was just, I really enjoyed the movie altogether. And I wished I would have seen it in the theater. But again, you know, sometimes, you know, you see a preview or you hear about a film and sometimes you're like, I'll wait for Netflix or I'll wait for DVD and Blu-ray and I'll check it out then. And but this was a really fun film. Absolutely ridiculous, but fun. And the banter was great between all of the characters throughout the whole thing. So I definitely recommend this movie. For if you're just a casual person, you just want to have a silly movie to laugh at, definitely check out Tag. I'm going to be doing another video with some extended thoughts, so if you're into hearing a little bit more about the movie, make sure you check out the next video. But if you like this one, please like the video, leave some comments below, and subscribe to the channel. Share this video on Facebook, and we'll see you next time.